What you just saw was, for the lack of better terms, tragic. I mean, that was just a epic swing and miss. But you know what? Those were symbolic. That was a symbolic miss. It symbolized the beginning of this journey that I'm going on here. And I had to figure out what that journey was going to be for me. You know, as a bigger guy, I'm 6'4", 209 pounds as of this morning. And 6'4" is generous, maybe 6'3" and a half, closer to 6'3", maybe, I don't know. Depends on what sneakers I'm wearing that day, right? But anyway, so I had to figure out what journey I wanted to go on. What type of golfer do I want to be? Because I think it's very important to figure that out at the beginning of the journey to make sure I'm headed in the right direction. I do think there are other approaches and ways you can go about that. Some people just play until they figure it out, but I like to figure out things before I start. Actually, not before I start. I like to figure out things as I begin the journey because, like I said, I like to jump into something, get it going, but I don't want to go too far before I figure out exactly where I'm going. Anyway, rambling aside. So, as a bigger guy, you're almost always expected to hit the ball further. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about. I mean, obviously, I'm not good at all right now. I'm not that good at all. But this is something I will continue to try and push toward. As you can see in the video, I'm at a indoor golf simulator, and it's always very alluring to get that driver in your hand and say, I want to crush this thing. I want to see how far I can hit it. I want to prove that I can hit it 250 miles, 250, wow, no, that's not happening. I want to hit it 250 yards carry and figure out exactly and how I can use that skill. Really, it would just be to boast and say what I can do and whatever. You know, and I've been thinking about, do I want to let that pride get in the way of being a good golfer? And I have decided that the journey I'm going to go on right now to begin this whole golf journey as a whole is to just find a smooth swing. I want to be able to look effortless when I swing the golf club. Not like what you see here, what I did at the driving range. This was recorded yesterday, so it's not like it's too out of practice. But boy, let me tell you something. It was a lot of swinging, a lot of slicing, and a lot of frustration. Now, I don't let frustration get to me usually, but you know, it was getting to me because I feel like I should be able to hit it further than that. I think my furthest carry for the driver was like 200 yards carry, and it was a horrible slice that way. I've been to the simulator before this to try to start this video and make this video, but the lighting wasn't right. I had to go back and change some things, and hey, it's better for me anyway because it means I get more practice at the simulator. And I live in Colorado. I live in Denver, Colorado, the Denver area. So in a couple months here, it's going to be snow everywhere, and the golf courses may shut down, and it may not be as accessible as it is right now. I do plan to get to the golf course very soon, but I want to work on my swing. I will definitely get at least 1 or 2 really good videos out of me at the golf course before it starts snowing. And don't worry, I'm not going to always be at the simulator. I do plan on doing some physical and mental challenges in my backyard. I chip every day here at home. You might be able to see my golf club over there, my golf set over there. And I just practice chipping across my living room. It's actually great for control. When I was at the simulator, I was having way more success with the chipping than I was with, you know, pretty much anything else. I mean, good grief, those water hazards really sneak up on you, you know. But anyway, I laugh just to keep from crying sometimes. But anyway, so yeah, I want to work on a smooth shot. I want it to look effortless as I go through my backswing and through my follow through, and I want to be able to crush the ball 200 yards without even trying really. And I don't know. I don't know what that's going to take me. I just figured I'd make this video just to show where I'm starting off. My first few videos on this channel is not going to be very long. I don't care about monetization. By the time I'm even monetized on this channel, I'll probably be 50 videos in and I'm a much better golfer anyway. So I just want to make these videos really quick. I do have an idea where I want to go with it because I had a thought last night about, do I even need a driver? But that's something to get into in the future. Anyway, let's get into, before we go, let's get into some of this swing statistics, because they analyzed my swing while I was there. And just to show I'm starting off, because this is going to be an ongoing thing for me, and I'm going to check in every once in a while with the swing analysis. It's not going to be every time I go to the golf simulator that I'll do a video or do swing analysis, but it'll be here and there. So starting off, I have one that's with my 7 iron, which is my favorite iron. It's been my favorite iron since I went to Top Golf, and it was like, okay, yeah, I like this iron, I really do. And also I have the analysis from when I'm doing my driver. It's good, bad, and the ugly, all mixed in here. So here we go. So I don't pay any attention to the actual where it says the swing video score, because I'm not consistent enough for that to even matter. And this first section, swing posture, actually has a couple different parts to it. So the first part says swing posture, and it says it tells me to focus on focus on your body so your left pocket moves away from the ball. Try to maintain your posture and avoid pushing your body toward the ball. Anyway, the next section says I over rotate at impact. It says, as you swing, try to feel like your upper body and eyes stay focused on the right side of the ball rather than turning toward the target too soon. Okay, that's pretty clear. And the next one says the club is pointing left at the top, so it's laid off. And it says this often happens when there's too much rotation in the hands and arms, or if the left shoulder lifts during the backswing. Try to feel the club head pointing more toward the target at the top. I guess that makes sense too. And that's the problem with trying to crush the ball for me this early in the process. Is I just feel like I'm trying too hard to hit it far and not really think about posture. Anyway, now we move on to the swing rhythm. And it says your backswing to downswing ratio is 2.9 over 1, 2.9 to 1, which is excellent and well balanced. With a tempo of 1.2 seconds, your swing feels just a bit rushed, which I can agree with. Let's keep that rhythm and try slowing down your overall swing tempo just a bit to help create a more stable swing. All of that makes perfect sense to me. Like I said, I was so in my head about crushing the ball, I wasn't really thinking about tempo and how to flow through the actual shot. So, next, kinematic sequence. I think that's how you say that. Your downswing follows your lower body to the upper body to hands. What a great swing. Hey, I think that's where people say, oh, well, if you're athletic, you'll be good at golf. I think this is where I usually say no, because it's not true, because you're still trying to hit a little ball with a club. It's not always a great translation. But I do believe that being able to rotate your hips through the zone, and I never played baseball, but I did do boxing for a little while, and I do judo right now, and rotating your hips and getting that rotation and having your body in line with itself and in sync is something that helps. So I think my limited experience in judo and my slightly more than limited experience with boxing has helped me with that. So kind of happy about that. Hopefully I can keep that swing as I progress and start getting my posture correct. We'll see. Swing path, this is the big one. And it says out, in. The amateur average is in. So I'm guessing I'm swinging over the top a little bit. It says your downswing is coming too far over the top. There we go. Creating an overly out to in swing path. This outside down path can make the club pull inward through impact and follow through, which often leads to sliced or pulled shots. Yeah, I would say so for me. Couldn't ask those slices. Try working toward a more neutral in swing path. Still kind of not, really getting the in thing, but y'all can let me know in the comments down below, or in the comments down below you can link to another YouTube video that would help me or other people read the comments on what that actually means. All right, to the last one, club head speed. All right, it says 74 miles per hour with a 7-iron. Amateur average is 90. You're generating peak speed right at impact. Excellent work. Keep doing what you're doing. Excellent work, debatable, but being able to hit it, the swing path, I think that comes from my my sequence, with the hips through the body, through the hands, and whatever they said. I think that's where that's why I'm hitting the ball at peak speed. I'm reaching peak speed while I hit the ball, I should say. So for my driver, I'm not gonna go through everything, simply because a lot of it's the exact same from the iron. A couple things that that I will point out is the chicken wing. I've had an issue with the chicken wing before, and if you're a golfer, you know what the chicken wing is. If you're somebody like myself who just started, you definitely know what the chicken wing is, unless you're just some type of natural at the thing, but we all can't be naturals. So yeah, chicken wing, swing posture, not the greatest. Just going through quickly because I don't want to make this video too long. My swing path still out in, big shocker, right? My club head speed is 91.8 miles per hour. The amateur average is 90. And it says I'm still reaching peak speed right at impact. So my speed is not the issue. My strength is not the issue. I feel like I'm trying too hard though. And with that, it just brings issues. I mean, you can try as hard as you want. You can try as hard as you want to hit a target, and if you try too hard and miss it, it doesn't matter how hard how much force you put into it. I can swing 100 miles per hour at impact, but if I toe the club and it goes way off to the right, then it doesn't matter. That just means I'm further into the woods and possibly out of bounds. That's not great. So yeah, I think I'm going to do my best to figure out my driver and my 5 wood, and because I didn't really work with 3 wood as much, maybe I should, but I'm going to do my best to figure that out. I'm going to find what's the most forgiving for myself, also while prioritizing getting the best swing I can. So stay tuned. I have a couple ideas of what I'm going to try. I saw a couple of things on Amazon, a couple of products, but as a new creator, I don't have the money for that, so maybe I'll see if I can make them myself, but that's for next video. Anyway, I'll check y'all out later. It's been Cornell. Love to have you back for another video. Until next time, take care.